Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
You see ghosts before?
Have you also fallen for a religious scam? This is your daily catch-up. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the Daily Ketchup podcast but you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for?
Please do it, and then notification.
So for today's episode, we have a very, very special guest. We have the, I'm gonna butcher this, the Venerable, Yo Wei.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Nice.
We have a Buddhist
Thank
monk
you.
with us.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wait, why do you all do greeting like this?
Yeah.
It's a culture kind of thing. We do greeting like this. So we hold our palms together like
There's no why lah.
It
There
doesn't
is.
mean anything.
It means something is like to hold a lotus close to us. So lotus is a symbol of enlightenment as well.
Right.
So in Thailand they do this as well. It's this in Thailand this is called a Y. Yeah. So
The Ronald McDonald in Thailand all do this.
correct.
Yeah.
But no
That's
more
a
Ronald
weird
McDonald.
fact to bring out. Dude.
I go around the world, then you see Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
Ronald model. Ronald McDonald in
The
different
Singapore one
poses.
is like this.
The uncle at the...
But I think the McDonald's in Thailand is the only one which has a vegetarian menu as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. We're learning things already.
Yes, yeah.
I love this.
Hey, can we get to the article?
Let's get to the article.
Okay.
In early November, there was a man who was jailed because he posed as a female medium to get Taiwan minors to send him nudes.
Minors,
Yeah, underage people,
Oh.
underage girls in
He's
He's a
Thailand.
Singaporean fella.
There's a Singaporean guy who has now been found to have paedophilic disorder lah. And so he
Oh, but he really thought about it,
to just not just
So
pose
that means
as a
there's a-
medium,
there's
but
a
to
level
pose
of
as
clever
a
to it.
female medium, probably to get their trust.
Wait, he's how old?
This guy is
I think.
34 years old.
Not so
His name is Lee Wei Ming.
Yeah, oh, you really read the article.
It's out him.
So basically what happened was that he claimed to be able to sense evil spirits around his victim. And their victims were 12 and 11 at that time.
Right.
Right.
In Singapore, Buddhism and Taoism seem to be a bit mixed.
Mixed.
Like when you ask
Yeah.
people what their religion is, they always tell you it's a mix of both, right? Or they tell you they're Buddhist, but you go to their house, then got
Taoist.
Yin yang
Tikong.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's my house that you're describing.
right.
That's my parents. We used to have Guai Ma at home, but then after that we will go and buy Tu Ti Gong, all this kind of stuff during every year when we fan Tai Sui.
Yeah.
Right. So why is it that in Singapore the Buddhism and Taoism is so
I
mixed up?
think it's a Chinese kind of thing. So if you see the same thing in Hong Kong, you see the same thing in Taiwan as well.
Right.
So they mix and mash both of them. So you get best of both worlds, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So you get
makes
enlightened
sense.
and then you get your worldly kind of thing. Yeah. So
It's like cover all bases, you
correct,
never know.
right. Yeah, you get enlightened, but meanwhile you get a lot of money to spend while you're not enlightened, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I think it's a Chinese kind of thing.
Where you get the money from?
No,
Like
because
praying to deities for money and
yeah.
So that's the main difference, is it? Like Taoists pray to deities.
Yeah. Then
And
in
for
Buddhism,
Buddhist?
there is no concept of a god per se.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no like a supernatural being that give us money or give us health or keep us away from danger kind of thing. It's
Buddhism and Taoism the like Christianity and
Catholicism.
Catholicism?
it's totally two different things.
Okay.
It's
What's the difference?
He just said it, yeah.
No, I don't. No, like is Taoism a subset of Buddhism or like you know?
No, they're two completely different.
Two completely
It's like
different.
Muslim and Christian.
Oh, but
No.
Muslim and Christian is actually very related.
Yeah, the Bible is
It's a lot
about the same,
closer.
yeah. See?
So it's
Ah,
totally
no,
different.
different.
What he's saying is that Buddhism has no god.
Yeah.
Sorry, then when you say you are praying, right? Who are you praying to?
We are praying to. Okay, then there are.
That's a good question.
Then there are people who are before us on this journey.
Oh.
So we look towards them as like teachers or inspirations.
Oh.
But are they a spiritual being that's all around you?
I know.
So how are you praying to
Yeah,
them?
how you talk to them?
How they talk to
we
you,
only-
importantly?
We don't talk to them actually.
But they talk to you.
They also don't
But
talk
you're
to us.
asking them for advice and you're asking them for wisdom, right?
Yeah, correct. So most of the time we do prayers to like ground us or to make us more religious, and then we go to like Dharma texts, the
Right.
scriptures, and then we look for answers there.
Have you met a medium?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts with mediums, and
He
are
had
they
before
legit?
Huh?
Are they legit?
Some are. Most
Okay.
maybe not.
Yeah, I'm sure just like there are good
Yeah.
priests and bad priests and,
Right,
and
right,
so
right, right.
on and so forth, right? But do you as well believe that the mediums are truly channeling a deity?
The problem with
Wait, sorry, mediums are Taoists.
yeah,
What is
Yeah.
a medium? It's just a Taoist.
I'm glad you asked.
That means you're
So I
like
used to be Buddhist Taoist.
I thought you was going to say I used to be a medium.
Yeah, but now he's a large. Internet Richard.
But you're absolutely right. In fact, I'm
No, so is the medium just the priests or pastors of that religion,
No.
or are they a specific like channeler?
They are a conduit.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not monks. They have married, they have children, they smoke, they gamble,
Right.
but they also can do this.
Okay.
So do you believe like in the ones that you've encountered that some of them
There
are
are lah.
actually channeling deities? Like, do you recognize that?
within Buddhism and Taoism, there's this belief that there are deities around. Yeah, but the problem with
Not in Buddhism, right? As you
not,
said.
not in Buddhism.
Sorry, Taoism, okay.
Yeah. There are also deities in Buddhism, but those are not people whom we learn from or who we seek enlightenment from, because they are still within the realms and they still get reincarnated, so they are not enlightened per se.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not following you anymore, but that's fine.
Okay, within Buddhism, then there is like there's no one person that creates the world. So that is the definition of God. So I'm nothing against Christian
No,
people.
yeah.
Hey, don't worry,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry.
Yeah, but
You're in a safe space.
It's very difficult to offend us. You should try.
No, only then.
Only me. I was about to say.
No, but then just worries about it at night. You take it like a champ over
see,
here.
there's no creator God within Buddhism.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but then within the realms, then there are like deities, there are ghosts, there are animals, hell beings, and things like that.
Okay.
So we all exist in the same realm.
In the
But
circle
we are-
of life.
Yeah, correct. And we are all in different stages.
Right.
Also, you
Yeah.
would one day also be an animal or ghost.
Yeah, if I don't. Yeah,
If
I
your
don't.
karmic balance a bit
Yeah,
off.
if
Right.
if I
So being human means you did something well in your past life, lah.
correct,
Okay.
Nice.
more good than bad. So all of us are.
Okay.
Right. Hey, good
Thank
job,
you, my
previous
past
Buddhist self.
Yeah.
So must continue the good work, lor.
No, but what if your life is shit though?
Doesn't mean you need
You
to be a
just
shit
pass lah, means you
person.
just
though.
No, but
pass
everything
lah.
is relative, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective.
Correct.
So if half your life is shit, half your life is good.
See what is shit.
I don't understand your question.
See?
It's the balance at the end of the day.
I know, but what do you compare with?
Like you really suffer like mad.
Who's the judge of that?
Yeah, correct. And suffer as compared to who?
I give up. Anyway, we're talking about
No,
me.
so there's a bell curve of suffering.
Correct. And then there are different junctures. So if you think you're suffering, then you compare to me. I think you're not suffering.
What?
Okay,
You're having much more enjoyment in your life, I think.
not necessarily.
You,
This guy is
you
depressed as shit.
assume.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Later you tonight cannot sleep.
Minus one karma point for assuming.
Damn dangerous, yeah. this interview.
No, okay, so
Wait, I want to say.
yeah.
Okay, if we ask you a question that you rather not answer because you also, by virtue, represent the Buddhist community.
Yeah.
If you cannot answer, just say you can answer.
That's fine.
Okay.
I got a hater, so it's fine.
It means you are doing something right though.
One hitter.
A lot.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's fine.
What are like some of the, if you want to revisit it, what are like some of the,
What are their names? Che. I'm kidding. Come down, everybody.
They take out a screw.
Why must be a screw? Why cannot be phone?
No, he scrolled through the list on the phone.
Good save. Very good save.
There are like issues about medium. That's one. Then issues about life liberation, mercy release.
Okay.
That's the other one. So nobody wants to address these issues, right? Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like commenting on a death sentence in Singapore lah.
Correct.
Correct. He's talking
So
about
you need to-
euthanasia.
Right.
Right. So you need to find a medium to talk lah. So that's me lah.
Not the medium.
Not
lah.
that medium, but
intermediary
Okay,
lah.
okay, understand.
Yeah.
This is going to be one confusing
Yes.
podcast.
I mean, there's so many sounds the human mouth can make, right? Why are you repeating already?
So
Okay.
back to the medium, right?
Yeah.
So assuming there are a lot of deities, right? Not the real deity would possess the body. You get what I mean? The deity will have a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
So assuming it's like our
But this is your understanding, like you don't represent this, right? Yeah.
it's the common understanding actually.
Okay.
Yeah. There will be a real deity, and then there will be the armies or the followers of that deity, who are
Right.
also
Supernatural beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they all try to emulate him so that they will become like him. have virtues like him or have merits like him.
Or her, yeah.
Yeah, okay, or her.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Very
okay.
inclusive show.
Yeah, so these other supernatural beings would take possession of the body
I see.
and do work on behalf of the master. Yeah.
I actually had an NS friend that was a medium, and his parents were mediums also, and it was like passed down. And he told me that you can have, but this is according to him lah. You can have one major deity,
Correct.
and you can have one minor deity.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, this is so
Like a
legit.
degree,
Don't lah, John.
I was going to say like going
Like an
school.
elective.
Yeah, so
It is what?
so you cannot say like, for example, if I'm a deity, right? Then you tell me which deity you want. Like if I'm a medium, you cannot tell me which deity you want to talk to. That I just channel.
Right.
Like they all have like a main one
Specialization.
and a sub one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the article, right? What the reason? No, I think what I didn't say right was like, why did he ask for the nudes? So apparently he said right that
I know why.
to justify why they should send him the nudes, right? He basically told them that by sending him their nudes on the let's get through this. So he told the girls, right, to send him their nudes, right, on the pretext that she, the female medium, could exorcise or dispel supernatural entities. He basically told them that there were supernatural entities around them,
Right.
and their nudes will let him dispel them.
How do you fall for something like that, bro?
I remember someone told me if you ever meet a ghost, right, you just start stripping.
Is it you meet Wei Ming when you were younger?
I got secondary school friend with me, but I really hope it's not the same guy.
But how do you?
Is he
And
3 years
the
older
girls
than
were
you?
very young, right?
11 and 12.
How do you protect? Like, say you have children. How do you protect them from something like this? Yeah.
Actually, I'm wondering, right, what if they felt like there was maybe nothing wrong, or they didn't realize like nudes
Yeah.
were nudes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
To them, they haven't sexualized anything yet.
I
I'm
think this
assuming
goes back to our episode that we had with the sexologist, right? Where it was about letting kids know that some stuff is for your own, like it's private.
private.
So like even as your parents, as you're bathing them, you should ask them for permission before you can
Take out their
take off their
clothes.
clothes and things like that, so that they know that their naked body is sacred in that sense.
But if you're 11 or 12 and I'm telling you you're possessed, right, or there's a spirit haunting you, right, you not scared, man?
But the first thing you should do is ask your parents whether I should be doing this.
It's hard though.
Yeah,
I can
very
see
hard
where
to
the
protect.
breakdown
Everybody,
happens.
and they all got their own handphone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're doing half
Like
the
secondary
time.
school, you just sit down and exchange ghost stories all the time, and then you just believe how everybody's clicks happen to have one person that can see ghost one. Okay,
So how did he get caught then?
Great question. Okay, so basically, right, the police tracked down his IP address, and then he got traced, lor.
I think the amazing thing is that the girls were from Taiwan, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
it's across the world. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, so basically the Taiwanese police were alerted, and then they informed the Singapore police.
I'm just
Oh.
wondering why would the kids think that they are possessed?
I think
But I think it's inbound one.
That got to be inbound.
It's inbound one, right? Because I mean, at that age, you're just interested in supernatural things, right? And so you Google, how do you know if you're possessed, for example, right? Or how do you know if there are spirits around you?
Then call
And then
this
you-
medium, is it? If you
Yeah, and
think
then there
you're-
are thousands of articles written by millions of people. Then one of them is going to fit exactly the description of what you're going through. And like, oh my god, it's one nude away from fixing all my problems.
And I guess when you're a certain age also, and when an adult tells you something, I guess there's a difference in terms of like being convinced.
Are there like scams relating to Buddhism in Singapore? Like, is it a common thing? Like people posing as Buddhists to like get
As monks.
or monks.
There was a few years ago. There were people posing as monks,
Yeah.
but they were from another country. Yeah, so they dress like us, try to behave like us. Yeah, and then they try to do like fortune telling.
Which you all don't do, right?
We
at
don't
all.
do we don't do fortune telling. We don't do feng shui. We don't do palmistry. We don't do.
Yeah.
I had a friend that got scammed by an alleged monk. Said person was very much involved with the Buddhist community. For some reasons, encountered this female monk that said that if you give me this amount of money, I can wash away some of the bad things that are about to happen to you, and I can bring you back a lot more fortune.
Oh, that's yeah.
That
okay.
sounds like a pretty weak scam. I feel like if you ask me for $100, I'll give it to you. Then hopefully I got good luck for a couple of weeks. I feel like $100 money well spent. I help somebody also.
Yeah.
But because it's so much money, right, it feels so hard for me to want to fall into. Yet it's so convincing, right, that person wiped out bank account, borrowed from friends and family, introduced friends and family to said monk, wiped out their bank accounts.
Oh shit.
Okay, so it's like that. The higher the price, the more professional you appear. What? Fundamental thing which I think everybody should bring back, after watching this episode is
Key takeaway.
none of us can erase the karma of another person.
Mm.
Not even Buddha.
Wait,
So
all
what-
the people
what do
in
you-
Bugis do what, yeah?
Those are not monks, but
All the
all the
golden
stall,
thing,
right?
right? Ah, ah.
Yeah.
those are not monks. Right? Those are normal people trying to earn a living.
They use pictures of like deities, right? Buddhist and Taoist deities. Does that not prompt the association to stop them?
Yeah, because
You're
it's conflicting
commercializing
with
it.
your belief, right?
Especially if they are not good at it.
But as in what? To deal with these people?
Like for example, if I put up if I sit at a table and I say that I can divine your future, and behind me I put a picture of Jesus Christ and a cross and all that stuff, right?
The church will go ape shit.
The church, the church will come and say, what practice is this? It's nothing to do with the church. The church will denounce you. Why doesn't this happen with
The Buddhist Federation.
First of all, it's difficult to nail these people down because they're always on the go.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoops. Pun not intended. So
Okay, I feel offended now.
because they're always on the go, and they have all sorts of for example, the Buddhist Federation comes down on them, then they'll just change another picture.
Right.
Change to another deity, then they get away with it, see? And then there are people who there is a lack of people who complain about them. Yeah, because people always feel better after talking to them.
Right.
So it's, what can we say?
Yeah, willing parties lah.
Correct. Unless there is like a scam or police report, then we will come in.
So you say this incident happened, right? But then he claimed to be like a Buddhist monk. Then will the Buddhist association like
definitely,
do
definitely.
anything?
Definitely.
Like what will your how will your
Bring him in for a chat lah.
That sounds scary as shit.
You're gonna Shaolin his ass, right?
Do you all learn how to fight,
No, that's another misconception.
Shit.
So you can't do a backflip or anything,
No.
Wow, shit.
Now, for monks, there are
branches.
different ways of cultivation. So one will be martial arts. Then some monks who are not really into theological kind of, then they will do like cooking. They'll make clothes for the rest of the monks.
Oh.
They will do other things.
So what's yours?
Mine? Talk rubbish maybe.
You entertain them. You go at the mic and say, okay, good afternoon, brothers.
It's MC.
No, I teach most of the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I teach most of the time.
No, yeah, because I've always been curious. Like I see like some monks like appearing on like YouTube and whatever, right? And doing like
That's me, oh.
content.
Or content.
Yeah, like the actual content creators. Then I see like can meh?
So there are monks who sing.
Ah.
There are monks who does cooking on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not our kind of right livelihood. So that's not what we should do.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is it so?
Because we are behaving like a laity. We're not supposed to behave like a lay person.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we do cook.
Mm.
See, we cook, we do household chores, but those are like private times. Most of the time should be.
You cannot like do a TikTok about it, lah.
Correct. Yeah.
Sorry, y'all cannot behave like a normal person.
Nah, that's why we are in robes. So like solemnization, people will ask, will you come in a suit? I was
Right.
like, no.
Right.
But do you have a special robe for like special events?
There will be different robes for different events. Yeah,
Right.
different prayers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is like our uniform. So we are supposed to set ourselves aside, laity's life, to also remind us that we have certain precepts we are supposed to follow,
Yeah.
and our kind of lifestyle is different.
Right. So got any cool thing about this like outfit or not?
No, it's
Secret pockets.
it's very hot.
Is there actually
Oh,
is
serious?
there a pocket here that I can put things
No,
on?
there are pockets here. There's a pocket here.
Oh, no, there's also here they can book scrolls, ma.
No. Yeah, and when I
And these are the
and when I
AirPods. These are the AirPods.
and when I do this, there'll be darts that fly. Spider-Man. Yeah.
But is it uncomfortable besides being hot?
It looks comfortable.
Yeah, it looks so
honestly.
cool.
Yeah, it looks super comfortable.
It's hot, it's just warm.
So you
It's-
sleep also you need to wear this?
No. Sleeping, there'll be sleeping.
Calm down.
Sleeping attire. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, okay, let's go back to this a little bit more before we AMA this, right?
Okay.
With with what's going on in society right now, with social media, so there's a lot of citizen journalism and citizen reporting. How is it like being a monk today as compared to like 5-10 years ago?
It's very difficult. It's really difficult. See, as much as we are trying to connect with our devotees and the rest of society, and to debunk myth or to debunk misconceptions, but there are also people who try to police us as well.
Yeah.
See, and then there are people who criticize like people like me for being like too vocal or not being traditional enough or trying to oversimplify Buddhism.
Is it an issue that like Buddhism and Taoism is so mixed in Singapore?
Yeah, but I also think that it's prevalent amongst all the religion.
Right.
Yeah, so I get the same issue with the Catholic priests, the fathers as well, and then the Muslim ustas as well. We try to preserve what we should preserve and dilute down so that it's more palatable
accessible.
Yeah.
What's an example of something that you have to preserve and something that's okay to
like the precepts like precepts, what we should do and what we should not do. So it's very much like the commandments. Yeah, and but then we also try to water it down so that it's nicer to take.
Right.
It's easier to accept. So for example, like Buddhists, we talk about non-killing. So you talk about non-killing, then people will start, so we cannot eat chicken rice. Then it becomes very difficult. Then you're like,
So can you eat meat though?
me, us, no.
Okay.
Vegetarian, yeah,
but egg okay?
no.
Oh,
So vegan.
vegan, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, so I think like we look at the church, right? Like I think
So we
they,
eat the animals' food. Okay. So
Eat the animals' food.
like I just wanted to go back to like about watering down and making like the religion more accessible, right? Like we look at the churches, like there are a lot of new denominations that are making it a lot more modernized, right?
Correct.
A lot of pop songs, rock songs.
Correct.
Like is the Buddhist faith doing anything kind of similar to like make it more modernized for like
we
a
are a
new
bit
trend?
backward lah, so we are not there yet.
Can you imagine the temple song got different versions?
No, but probably not.
They try lah, they try.
Oh, really?
They try, but wow, they fail.
I'm always very
It's quite
impressed,
crappy,
right? Whenever I attend a Buddhist funeral and then the monks
Sing.
sing and do the instrument,
It's
it's so in sync. It feels like they practice for months.
Yeah.
They probably do like
But
every day.
that's the
we
specialization.
practice for life.
It's like a band.
No, but it's quite crazy. Like the bell, especially, it's like a stick with the bell, right? Then
Yeah,
it's like,
ding, ding, ding,
wow,
ding.
it's very
Yeah,
skilled.
and it's very catchy. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's very peaceful.
See, then, but within Buddhism, then there are youth who thinks this is very old-fashioned.
Right.
Yeah.
They try to get rid of this thing.
Where is the line drawn between trying to connect with today's society, right? Or seeing this as fear of secularism infringing upon the religion?
Then it becomes like a 约定俗成. It becomes like how
Wow.
the society evolve. It becomes like your LGBTQ kind of concept.
See,
yeah,
not Kevin. Kevin has not the only one that say it.
Dave
like that.
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
yeah.
Kidding.
See, it depends on how. Okay, it must. It must depend on how much everybody understand this religion before they are willing to accept whatever that is watered down.
Right,
If they don't understand, they're not willing to accept anything that is watered down.
right.
So yeah, so it depends on how.
It's about opening up the funnel so
How-
that more people might have the opportunity to better understand the faith, lah.
Correct.
Is sorry, go
And
ahead.
the more we understand the faith, then the more we are willing to work with a more diluted version.
What is Buddha then, to you?
Buddha is just the enlightened one. So anybody can be a Buddha.
Right, so when you are enlightened, you are Buddha.
Yeah, so you're like
Anybody can
John
be.
Paul Buddha. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a title.
Yeah, it's just a title. The state of
Buddha
being
is a
enlightened.
title.
Yeah, Buddha is a title. It's the state of being enlightened.
So
You
there
are
are like
Bud-
how
so
many
yeah,
Buddhas are there in Singapore?
If you're Buddha, you're in Nirvana already.
Oh, you
There,
must
there are
die
no
first.
living Buddhas, lah,
There
right?
are no living Buddhas.
It's a state of being, yeah.
But how do you how do you know if you reach enlightenment?
Bro, you know you
Your body don't rock.
You'll be so enlightened that you know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and then okay, the
You buy that.
the best textbook answer is you won't bother whether you're enlightened or not.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I don't bother, to be honest.
Drop my. Okay, does it like that?
It doesn't bother you as
It doesn't bother me.
See.
So because I asked that, I'm so far away from enlightenment.
Correct.
No, but then you went on a path now to seek enlightenment
Yeah,
as your way of life now. Will you then say you're going backwards though?
Mm.
No, but we all go for cooking lessons as well. Why?
To get better at cooking.
That's all.
Right.
That's all. Do we want to all become like Gordon Ramsay? No. We discover ourselves.
Just because you didn't bother about
understand
cooking doesn't make you Gordon Ramsay.
No, but
And we can learn and
Completely water down his.
In fact, butchered.
and we can. It's more a journey to find yourself lah. See.
My
Okay,
wife also.
so there's one last aspect to the article, right, which is the supernatural aspect. So we wanted to ask you more about like questions about like
Spirits.
like ghosts,
spirits and ghosts and that kind of thing.
Yeah. What about them?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
You see ghosts before?
Basic principle of monk, we're not supposed to say whether we see ghosts or not. So it's like different races in Singapore. So ghosts are
Right.
just like the
Another
other races
race.
another race. We just exist
Why
in the same
can't
realm.
why can't you say whether you can see or not?
No, because it then shows the other person that we have certain skills. And then
Right.
what do you want to do with that skill? Or what do you want to do with that ego?
Right, it's for your own safety lah, basically.
It might be
Oh, yeah.
abused lah.
Yeah, it might be abused.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
so
so
ghosts
in-
are everywhere.
So in the Buddhist faith, ghosts are and spirits are real lah. Right?
Yeah. And
What are some simple ways you think young people can like take away and like do at home to find themselves?
Okay, if you're asking a religious person, then to really know your religion well. Yeah, the problem comes like in this article is when people are not so religious or they have misconceptions. Then they mismatch everything and then anybody just plant something into and then you just go with it.
You become even
Right.
more susceptible
Yeah,
to this.
right.
yeah.
Because anything, because you're not well versed in your religion, then anybody just says
Right.
something and then you just go along.
It's like crypto and DYOR lah.
Yeah, correct.
They never do that. Own research.
Crypto.
No, we have to know everything.
My mother
Oh,
only know
damn.
DIOR.
Hey guys, so we had so many questions. So we're going to split this episode into 2 episodes. We're going to do another one where it's just purely an AMA for
So
monks.
many questions.
So many questions. So stay
tuned for
tuned.
that.
Keep a lookout for the next one. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Is it bye though?
Or is
Is
it
it see you later?